Have you heard the story of a farmer who found an eagle's egg? Thinking it was a chicken's egg, he placed it in the nest of his backyard hen pen. When it hatched, the eagle grew up among the chicks. It scratched the ground, searched for worms, and clucked just like the chickens. It would sometimes fly up a few feet like the chickens and drop again.
One day, the eagle saw something gliding majestically in the sky. Curious, it asked the chicken, "What's that?" The chicken replied, "Oh, that's an eagle, the king of all birds. But don't bother, we are chickens, and chickens don't fly like that." You know what? Unfortunately, that eagle lived and died believing it was a chicken.
Believe it or not, your New Year resolutions might be keeping you on the ground, just like the eagle that thought it was a chicken. In this video, we will explain why resolutions often hold you back and show you how shifting your mindset and building consistent habits can help you fly this year. Welcome to Cash Talk for Immigrants, where we help you break free from limitations and achieve financial and personal growth. My name remains Christine, and I'm here with my beloved
Wachuku, Vidal Wachuku. Before we start, we have a special message for you. YouTube tells us that 84% of our regular viewers haven't subscribed yet. Are you in that 84% or in the 16% that have subscribed? If you've been enjoying our videos and the value we bring to you, we love to ask for your support. Hitting the subscribe button and turning on the notification bell is the simplest way to help us.
By subscribing, you're helping us reach more people, grow our channel, and continue creating content that truly matters to you. We promise to always listen to your feedback, bring valuable content every week, and focus on topics that matter most to you. Thank you for being such a vital part of this community. We couldn't do this without you.
Just like the eagle thought it was a chicken, we often set resolutions, those fantastic New Year resolutions, that keep us scratching at the surface of our potential instead of flying toward real change. That's why resolutions don't usually work, unfortunately. They focus on what you want to do, not on who you are and what you want to become. It's not about a list on paper. No. It's about who you believe you are and how that belief shapes what you do or who you become.
Your identity shapes everything: your habits, your mindset, and ultimately your results. If you believe you are limited, like that eagle believing it was a chicken, no resolution will help you fly. Fundamental transformations happen when you shift your identity and build habits that reflect who you are meant to be.
So, stop chasing New Year's resolutions that set you up for failure. They often focus on unrealistic expectations and leave you with this feeling of frustration and inadequacy because you have fallen short, right? Resolutions would usually keep you stuck in a cycle of negative self-talk, just like that eagle that believed and accepted that he couldn't fly when it was actually meant to fly. and dominate the skies.
Yes, master of the sky.
Exactly.
Instead, focus on changing your mindset and building consistent habits. That's what creates real lasting change. Take the eagle in the story. It never questioned its identity because it didn't know better. Worse, it believed the fable that it was a chicken, though it was clearly different from the chicken. But it couldn't even see itself that it was different. What story are you telling?
What is that thing they say? Tell me your friends and I will tell you who you are.
Exactly. Again, who do you believe you are?
Exactly. For many immigrants, the story we tell ourselves is, I'm only here temporarily. I'll go back home in 5, 10, maximum 15 years after making all the dollars. This mindset keeps most people focused on short-term gains and blinds a lot of folks to long-term opportunities like investing or even building generational wealth. One of our guests, Mr. Philip Apoche, shared how this type of mindset cost him dearly. It was an expensive mindset to have.
Yes. His colleague in the US Army introduced and helped him set up a Roth IRA. This is an individual retirement account that you contribute from your already taxed income into. You contribute that. And then when you're now ready to take it, when you retire, you take it tax-free. So when the company explained that he would benefit from it in the next 20, 30 years, like it was a long-term project that he will have to do, he canceled it. Why? He thought he wouldn't be in the US long enough for that.
Wow.
And that decision cost him thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars in potential gains. Don't let short-term thinking keep you floating. Accept that you're here now and embrace the right opportunities before you. To learn from the mistakes of other immigrants, watch our playlist for our My Financial Missteps series. The link will pop up somewhere on top.
Another limiting belief amongst many immigrants is thinking, I already know it all, Mr. I too know. We come here believing we have PhDs in financial management, as Philip Apoche also said. We believe we know, so we don't want to hear anyone talk about finances. We have our own ideas, or we quickly say, it's a scam. What you don't know, you just call a scam. Everything new or things we don't understand, 1 word, 2 words, it's a scam, 3 words. But is it really? That's the question. Many immigrants struggle with the US financial system because they assume managing cash back home has taught them enough. So they're self-sufficient in their knowledge. Unfortunately, this I too know mindset or syndrome results in missed opportunities. Opportunities like building good credit or leveraging financial tools. The many financial tools that hide in plain sight.
Growth begins when you admit what you don't know. If you don't admit it, you remain stagnant. Seek financial literacy. Learn the rules of the game here and consistently apply what you learn. Please think of the eagle's incredible eyesight, which allows it to spot prey from miles away. The eagle in the story didn't know this. It was too busy scratching in the dirt for worms that it couldn't see far, far for better meals than worms.
Mm-hmm.
If you focus only on scratching the surface, like using cash without understanding and using credit, you will miss out on your true potential. No amount of resolutions will fix that.
No amount, you heard it, no amount of resolutions will fix that. But now let's talk a little bit about credit. You see, when we first arrived in the US, we resisted the idea of using credit because, like most people, we thought we could live on cash. After all, we were managing cash before we came here. We felt it was weird that we were required to use credit. We had the cash. It's just spend cash. That's what we're used to, you know? And having been used to cash, we had never been in the habit of buying stuff on credit, even when we were back home. It wasn't part of our DNA. So we wondered why we must now come to America and be forced to buy things on credit. Why not just live off the cash we had? And if we are paid salary, you just take it cash and go buy what you need cash. We repeatedly asked ourselves this question. But over time, as they say, we began to learn the value of credit. Many well-intentioned folks like us also avoid using credit, thinking, I don't want debt, I'll stick to cash.
Yes.
Think twice.
And that mindset is the same as just scratching the debt and looking for work when you have that mindset. While avoiding unnecessary debt is wise, credit in the US isn't just about borrowing. It's a tool for financial success. It helps financial institutions understand how you relate to money. If you're somebody that spends a lot, if you're somebody that pay back or you don't pay back, etc. Without a good credit score, goals like buying a home or starting a business can be out of your reach.
So the problem isn't credit on itself. It's how you see it. And most importantly, how you use it. Build consistent habits for managing credit responsibly, and you will unlock opportunities you never thought possible. These habits help us to create a good credit score when we consistently pay our bills on time every month. It's not about writing a resolution, but about doing, and as we say, becoming. Our video titled, Why You Need a Credit Card, explains this in detail. And the link will pop up somewhere above for you to see this video. Make sure you go to it.
The same goes for saving. Don't focus on big declarations like, I will save $10,000 this year in my emergency fund. Instead, consistently set aside a small amount from each paycheck. Start with what you can afford that fits into your budget. Then aim for at least 10% of your income over time. Then set up auto debit for that amount from your salary account straight into a high yield interest savings account. As you see, I did not say brick and mortar savings account. Go for the high yield because it has a higher interest that they pay you. It's the same principle if your goal is to bring your family over here. Focus on the actual actions you need to complete to get them here, not just writing the resolution down.
You heard that? Very important. Now, avoid impulsive spending, including buying things you do not absolutely need. Sending money back home, while good on its own, should only be after you have secured your own financial safety net right here. Because the truth is that if you run into financial difficulties here, no one from home will bail you out. And people say it's where you live that you build. So these small, consistent actions add up to big changes, not necessarily making fantastic resolutions that fade, by February.
So we later began implementing consistent savings, a habit we had formed from Nigeria.
Mm-hmm.
Apart from one or two unwise decisions, we generally ensured we lived within our means.
Mm-hmm.
It was a part of who we were, our identity. So those small daily habits help us move from mere survival to thriving as we build a life here.
It wasn't about grand resolutions. It was about showing up every day in what we were doing what we needed to do, and remaining true to our values. That we're becoming who we wanted to be.
Mm-hmm.
You are not just achieving goals, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You are becoming the person you were meant to be. You are becoming that eagle that flies majestically and dominates the skies. Again, it's not just about resolutions. It's about what? Becoming.
Mm-hmm. So are you living like a chicken, scratching the surface, or are you ready to fly like the eagle you were meant to be? Drop a comment and let us know. What's one self-limiting belief that has kept or is keeping you from flying?
Tell us. Don't forget to do so. Now, remember, you are meant to fly, to dominate, not scratch in the dirt. Let this be the start of your flight. Get out from among the chickens, man, lady, and forget those New Year resolutions. Break free from the limitations and stories holding you back. Remember, it's not about the resolutions, it's about becoming that person you were meant to be. Click on our playlist right here to learn how to become the person who embraces the opportunities your immigrant journey offers. Opportunities that abound and surround you. We'll meet you there.